Hey, what's up everybody, Young Flux from SBO. Today I thought I'd take you guys through the process of how I make the visualizers for my beat videos that go on my beat YouTube channel. So I've got one of the beats that I've made here, and I'll just play it through quick to show you what I mean and what we're working with. Alright, so that's the beat that we're going to be making a visualizer for. So I usually listen to it first, kind of get the vibe for it, and kind of just picture in my head what comes to mind when you play the beat. So for me, when I thought of that beat, I don't know why, but I just thought of being younger. It reminded me kind of of a high school, middle school days or whatever. So I called the beat 17. And so once you've decided on sort of a vibe and a name for the beat, we gotta try to find a background that sort of suits that. So for this one, for 17, I think I'm gonna just try to find an old video that I took. I'm not sure of what yet. I'm just gonna go through my old gallery on my Google Drive or Google Photos or just even through my phone. Just find a video from even a couple years ago, and I'm gonna overlay a VCR kind of film grain filter over top of that, and that's what we're gonna use as the background. So yeah, once you decide on a background, it can pretty much be whatever you want, then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so once you've chosen a video for your background, we're going to open it up in our video editor of choice. In this case, I'm using Sony Vegas Pro 15. Alright, so once I have my background video in Sony Vegas Pro here, I'm just going to look through it and I'm going to trim off the ends where I want them. And I just right click the clip here and I did reverse it. And then I'm going to add an effect by clicking the little FX button there. And I'm going to choose Film Effects. Click Add and then choose OK. And on this window here, I'm going to drag the grain up. I'm actually going to switch the dust over to scratches and move it up until about there. And I'm just going to press play and make sure I'm happy. So next thing I want to do is kind of make everything a bit slow motion. So I'm going to hold control and I'm going to stretch it out until it's about, I'm going to do about 70%. Alright, now that's all stretched out, I'm going to cut the video down to the exact time of the beat. So the beat was 1 minute and 59 seconds, and so we're going to find that point right there. Trim off the ends, I'm going to fade it in and out, and I'm going to mute all the audio. Alright, and that is the finished background video. I'm just going to click render as now and export this so then we can bring it into FL Studio to use as the background for a visualizer. Alright, so next step is I do the title for the beat, and I actually do them by hand with a pen on paper, and I'll show you guys how I get it onto the computer. So first I'll just draw it out kind of rough. I usually just kind of do a scribble thing, kind of just you can do this however you want. You can use a text from the computer. Just go something like that. 17. Alright, so next I just take a photo of it on my phone. I kind of just zoom it like this, take a photo, and then upload it to Google Drive. Alright, so now I'm back on the computer and I've downloaded the image. Open it up in any image editor, crop it down as small as I can make it. Magic wand tool, select the background. I'm going to delete any major big white spots like this. Any of the smaller ones I usually leave. I'm just going to click adjustments, invert colors, file, save as. So now we're back in FL Studio and we're going to open up the beat again, and we're going to go to our mixer, and on the master track open up zgameeditor visualizer plugin. Alright, so on the zgameeditor visualizer plugin, if you click the down arrow here, you can open up some presets. I use this preset here that I've made, and I'll tell you guys what, if you hit that like button, if this video gets 50 likes, I'll drop a kit with some presets in it that I've made for you. Okay, so with this preset I'm using, all I need to do is change the background first. So I'm going to go add content, add videos, and we're going to find the background video that we made earlier. Then back on the main tab, and we'll load in our background. Next we just got to change the title. So I'm back to add content, add pictures. We're going to find the title that we did. Open, back to the main tab, we're going to find the image that one is. That. We can click play on the beat to see what it looks like. Next, I usually route this audio shake to either the kick or the 808s. So we're going to open up the channel rack and see that the kick here is on channel, so audio source in. And next we're going to export. Name it whatever you want to call the file and click save. And we're just going to wait for that to render, and then we're going to render another version as well meant for TikToks or Instagram stories. Alright, so once we're done exporting the visualizer, what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to click export, and we're going to switch over to TikTok. And remember to change the name of the video. I usually just call it TT after, short for TikTok. For this one, just click yes. But then exit out of this quick because we need to make some quick changes before we actually render it. So we're going to come back over to the zgameeditor plugin, and what I usually do for this is I like to change the image of the title a bit smaller. I also usually make my logo a bit smaller. Then I adjust the polar here to go with the size of the logo. And then on the polar, I also lower the magnitude just a tiny bit just so it doesn't stick over the edges. And then click export. Make sure the title and everything's right again. You don't want to write over the one you made previously. Click OK, start. There you have it, guys. That's how I make my visuals for my beat videos. I hope you got some ideas or some inspiration on something you can use for your own beat videos. Make sure to like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to the channel for more, and hit the notification bell so you're the first to know when I upload new videos. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Peace.